This show's for entertainment. No betting advice, no guarantees. If you bet, you do it at your own risk. You must be 21 plus, 18 plus where legal. Check your local laws. Odds change. The Winded Podcast, the Brothers Parlay, and anyone on the show aren't responsible for any losses. If gambling feels like a problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit ncpgambling.org chat. For you, there's nothing in this world I wouldn't do. Welcome back to the Winded Pod. Brothers Parlay Week 3 coming at you. Episode number 10 of the Winded Pod. Double-digit episodes for the Winded Podcast. So thank you for everyone who's listened so far. And while we're talking about listeners, I was doing a quick look into the analytics on the podcast and very happy with the listeners that we have. But we are skewing in a very specific direction, and that is the male direction. We have a 95% male listener base. So fellas, why don't you share this pod with the ladies? I think they'd enjoy it just as much. Let's get some female listeners that aren't, our wives and mom and sister. Even that, I don't even think they can't all be listening because I feel like the number would be high. So someone's lying. Someone is not listening. But anyway, that's a side topic. We'll get to that later. Noticeable absence tonight, Aiden. Very busy. Like I have mentioned in previous episodes, my brothers have jobs and, are very, meaningful people in the workplace. So Aiden is on a work trip in Newport. So he will not be with us tonight. He has given us his pick, so don't worry. We will get that in. I am joined with brothers Liam and Barrett. How we doing, boys?
What's up, boys? Doing good. Still recovering from my own work trip over the weekend, because we're all so important.
Amsterdam. Birthday boy, huh? How was that?
Yeah, so Amsterdam is an amazing city. I recommend it. I think it gets a bad rap for the red light district and all that other stuff, but you can go to that city and have a great time and not do all that nonsense. Celebrating my birthday away from the family was a little bit weird, kind of felt like I was imposing my birthday on other work colleagues, but had a great time, kind of got to celebrate it twice, once at midnight on Saturday night, which due to the time change, my family called me at 12:01. My kids were horrified that I was still awake, and I was at a bar. And then again on Sunday night as well. So glad to be firmly in my...
On a scale of 1 to New Bedford, how cute?
Amsterdam blows New Bedford on the cute category. Yeah. Way more cobblestone streets, a lot more bricks.
How much fishing? Is there as much fishing?
There's probably more fishing. The canals run all the way through the city. Rich fishing heritage, I'm sure, although I haven't spent much time. I think the only downside about Amsterdam versus New Bedford is that everybody in Amsterdam is like 6.5 feet tall. And as a not very tall gentleman myself, I felt like I was like this tiny little person running around that city.
The short kings of New Bedford are going to come for you for that one.
Yeah. No, there's tall people here too. But yeah, no, it was a good trip.
Stuff. Liam, how about you? How was your weekend?
Weekend was good. It was good. What did I do? I feel like it was just college football and then Sunday football.
Big win for the Nears.
Yeah, it was. That the backyard brawl, of course. Yeah, that was all day Saturday. Locked in on that.
Love it. All right. Well, we're going to get into it. We'll probably, I always say it's going to be a quicker episode. We'll see how it goes. But this is Barrett's Jordan flu game. I know he's battling it. So he's got his tea and he's ready to go. But yeah, just to kind of tease the episode where we're going to get into our picks, obviously later in the show, do a quick recap on our teams. Both had wins over the weekend. So we'll talk about that. And then we're going to, kind of do a little discussion on the most disgusting, abominable play that exists in the game of football. And I think just by that description, you know what I'm talking about. But we'll get to that later. But I mentioned Newport earlier, and that's where our brother is right now. And I know we've all spent a decent amount of time there. So just some go around quick thoughts on Newport. What do you think of Newport, Rhode Island?
Definitely cuter than New Bedford. Definitely. I'm not sure
I
if they've
would
got
say.
the same fishing heritage. I think there's probably be a little bit more money rolling around there, but yeah, definitely cuter than New Bedford. It's been a long time since I've been in Newport, though. I mean, like a really long time.
Yeah, I haven't been in quite a while, but I just love it's just a great walkable town, city, whatever you want to call it. It's my favorite thing about it is that you can just wherever you get downtown and you just walk everywhere, park the car or wherever you're staying, just get down in that area, Thames Street, and just walk around. Lots of good stuff, lots of great food. But yeah, beautiful city. Shout out cousins Colin and Caleb, Newport residents or Newport born and raised, but often doing their own things now. But shout out the boys. Liam, what do you think of Newport?
I love Newport. I've had uh, many good times, from childhood to adulthood. Think, uh, yeah, go whether it's going to the beach, going somewhere downtown, going to the bars, late night pizza. Um, it's just a great time. St. Patrick's Day in Newport is incredible. One of
Underrated.
my favorite places to be for St. Patrick's Day, and I mean, I don't know if that's saying a lot. I think that it is, but yeah, Newport I think is great. I haven't been there probably in over a year, which summer's come and gone, and kind of bummed thinking about that now that I didn't get down to Newport this year, but um, definitely planning to try and get there soon.
Yeah, love Newport. I've always kind of compared it to like if you took every good part of the Cape and jammed it into one town, it would basically be Newport. I think I like the Cape as a whole probably better, but it's so spread out and there's just you got to travel, car for everything. So that's the plus that Newport has is that everything is just right there. I don't think there's any one specific spot on the Cape that's the same size as Newport that has everything that Newport has.
Is there a reasonable beach scene in Newport?
Yeah.
Is there? Yeah. I mean, I don't.
Might
That
technically be Middletown, but I'm gonna I'm gonna lump that in with Newport.
got it. Got it.
Gooseberry Beach.
Okay. Is that actually Newport?
Gooseberry Beach, yeah.
Is it? All right.
Yeah. And it's like first and second, is that or you said is that not Newport? I think
That
that's
might be
Newport.
Middletown. That's like the line. I think it might be Middletown, but whatever. We're splitting hairs. It's
Middletown's like
you know
right there, right?
it's the
Aren't they
same thing.
yeah.
It's don't let the Newport people say I said it's the same thing, but don't let them hear that. But might be
They might be
canceled.
correcting you saying it's Newport.
Then maybe they will. I'm probably wrong. I'm probably wrong. But yeah, so Newport, great city. Shout out. Hope Aiden's having a good time. I think he's on his fourth happy hour of the night right now. So I'm sure he'll be listening to this in the morning.
Cliff Walk, overrated, perfectly rated, or underrated?
You got to do it. You got to do it once. It's wear the proper shoes, wear the proper attire. It's a lot more of a workout than you would think, just a straight walk. But um, I don't know if I have any desire to do it again, but I think you got to do it.
Can you see all the mansions from there along the cliff walk?
Maybe not
More of
all of them.
yeah, definitely not all of them.
Yeah, so you obviously have never done the Cliff Walk.
No, but
Oh, you got to do it.
sounds
Yeah.
intriguing.
Yeah, bucket list.
Well, yeah, is that a New England bucket list? Cliff walk? It's got to be. Sounds like it.
Maybe not top of the list, but it's on there. I'd say.
Yeah. Do you get like
No.
25 things to do in New England? Is it breaking that 25?
Maybe. I mean, yeah.
Probably a Newport bucket list,
24.
but I mean, I probably had went 30 times before I did it.
Yeah.
Wow. So so
But like, it's something that like a lot of people on their first time going do.
Yeah, I think if you only go to Newport once, you got to do it. But I think we find ourselves in that area a decent amount enough, that it was never like a priority. It's like, oh, it's always, that they're not going to move the cliff. It's always going to be there. It might fall into the
You never
ocean,
know.
but
I was gonna say Mother
That's a
Nature might have something to say about that.
that's a different argument. But yeah, but yeah,
We get into climate change here on the Winded Pod. We talk about
yeah,
with erosion.
yeah, we'll do a remote show from the cliffs one of these days when we make it big. When we have the big budget, we'll do a live show from the cliffs.
Love that. Yeah, let's do it.
All right, week 2 recap. Another 1-3 performance, but props to Liam getting on the board. 1-1 on the season. How's that feel, Liam?
Feels good. You know, as the storyline pick, felt like it was just right there for me. I think there was at least 1 or 2 good picks after the pick, so I was feeling good after that. Yeah, I don't know. It just feels good. I think, reflecting back on, I guess, last week's pod, I don't know if Aaron Rodgers is that good.
No, a lot of
They're kind of lucky that DK got that touchdown.
Yeah, a lot of my takes from the previous week, I already have to walk back. Aaron Rodgers being one of them. I was very high on the Raiders, also not looking very good right now. But yeah,
I don't think Joe Burrow is going to be the MVP, and that was my pick. So yeah, a lot of bad picks here.
Yeah,
fade us. We might need to start doing just like blind picks for people just to take the opposite.
I'm fairly certain, yeah, Joe Burrow probably not MVP. Without him, Jamar Chase probably not Offensive Player of the Year.
Bad decisions.
I didn't realize that Joe Burrow was made of glass, right? And I get, and I know we're getting off topic here, but like I understand that not his injuries aren't like Tua, where he gets like bumped and he's concussed for 5 weeks, but like he is. I mean, is it too early to say injury prone? Like the guy,
I wouldn't even say it's that. He just takes so many more hits than everybody else. He's the most sacked quarterback since he's been in the league. They've done nothing to make that offensive line better.
Absolutely nothing to make it better. And he's not particularly mobile. Yeah. I mean, like he can run, but he's not
athletic enough, but he's running for his life and he's not Lamar Jackson.
Right. He's well put. Exactly. Yeah. I don't know.
But yeah, I mean, we mentioned, our pick's not doing great. What do you guys think of I didn't even talk to you about this, but the guest brothers feature that we're running?
I love it. I hope it brings us some good momentum.
Yeah.
We'll kind of figure watching the game live here, like we'll see how those pan out. One of them I think is a dunk. The other one I think we need a little bit more luck. Dude, we need everything. I mean, we need all the momentum we can get. I don't think I went 0-2 back-to-back. I don't think I lost back-to-back once last year. And I am on an all-time cold streak right now across the board. Not
doing
just
good myself.
I am.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think it's exciting. I think that we may make ourselves look bad if the Liberty Brothers are able to cash.
If they cash,
I'm rooting for them, but for sure. I mean, yeah, they might have to take over the pod if week 1 just come in.
I'm just grateful that I don't think that they would know how to do this. So I think that we're safe in that regard. Yeah. I give them all I was shocked that I got video responses from both of them. So electric performances from both of them. If you haven't watched, go back and check out the Liberty Boys in action. Both at work, but neither of them looked like they were at work because Ross is in a golf cart and Tyler is getting his haircut. But yes, they both were in fact on the clock when they made those videos.
It was the funniest 5 minutes of my day so far.
It was great. I thought, I wanted to just introduce the whole segment, but I was like, I should just post just this out of context and just. But yeah, and we know a lot of good charismatic brothers with very high sports IQ. So if you're a brother listening to this, reach out. We're going to feature as many of you guys as want to. So, you guys, as you come across your friends that are brothers, spread the word because we want to, grow the Brothers Parlay network and kind of become an empire of brothers making picks together.
We should.
So yeah, that was a fun thing. And I will say that segment was actually supposed to be a part of tonight's show, but they did not understand the assignment at all. And Ross sent that 2-minute video giving picks for tonight's game, and I'm like, we are recording during the game, so this will be very irrelevant to when people wake up on Friday morning and they get Thursday picks. But then Ross was like, why don't you just make it an emergency quick thing? And just so he had the great idea of doing it that way. And I think that way we can get picks for more games. It doesn't take me long to put it together and do a quick intro. So, we can do Sunday night game. We could do Monday night games, do all these other games that we're not doing a full on episode for. So we'll get more parlays out for the people.
I think we could, in an effort to expand the audience, maybe get a couple of sister parlays with people with low sports IQs. I agree. I think I could think of multiple brothers, in family that I know that are going to have like really well thought out picks. I think it would be great to have people who don't know anything about football. And then
when I found out Aiden was potentially not going to be available, I reached out to our sister to see if she would be available. She is working tonight, so if we recorded last night, I was going to have her on, but she'll definitely make an appearance at some point, whether we invite her or not. She might find a way to get on either way. So
just special guest her in.
Yes. So anybody who wants to be a part of this, the more the merrier for sure. So yeah, I 0-2, Barrett 0-2, Aiden and Liam both 1-1, leading us through.
Can only go up from here.
Exactly, and I have faith. Getting into some fan feedback, I posed the question a couple of different times what people want us to talk about on the show, and the only response I got until today was winning picks from multiple people: Joey Grady, Dom. Tom said, when are you going to pick a fucking winner? So lots of good feedback from the listeners.
Fair feedback.
I don't think they remember last year that it took us until Thanksgiving to get a win. So it is not for the weak of heart.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the magic of these, 4, plus leg parlays is you don't need like to hit, 16 out of 18 weeks. You got to hit 4, as long as your unit size is stable, right? If you're throwing money in different values over all the time and you lose on a 5 unit and then win on the 1 unit, you're probably down. But
yeah,
if you bet $1 every week and you only win 3 or 4 of them, if they're plus 3,000, you are definitely in the positive, right?
Oh no, I totally agree.
But it's not for the part. You got to take a lot of L's.
You got to be willing to take the L's because the one payoff pays for the whole season and more. And if you hit twice, you're really cooking. So, and I forget what the formula was. I remember I plugged something into ChatGPT at the end of last year, and the chances of hitting a 4-leg parlay at the odds that we did over 21 times, I think it said that if you hit 1, you're lucky. Like it was essentially, so for us to hit 4, I think we'll get back there. I don't think it's going to be, just hitting 1 all season, but that's why pick the individual picks. Take our parlay and split it up and bet them individually. Because last year we hit them 60%. I know we're down right now, but I have faith that those will turn around as well. But
singles and round robins. Although round robin is, if we keep on going 1-3, which is impossible statistically,
that's not gonna. We were more times than not 3 out of 4, so I think that we'll get back to that for sure.
Last week was a week I decided to round robin. I typically don't, and then round robined, and then ghost legged it, and took my L's last week. But
could you triple ghost leg it?
Yeah, right.
The odds skyrocketed from Thursday night until Sunday morning. They went way up. They got, I forget what the final. It was like plus 4,000.
Except for Barrett. Barrett's pick went down. He was sharp on that pick. Tony Pollard. We got him plus money on Thursday, and then it was negative 120, I think.
I bet him right, like on the show. I bet it because I was leaving like the next day, and I was right. I could not bet in Amsterdam, which is really weird to me. Like I could bring a prostitute into a coffee shop and smoke a joint of weed with her, but I can't bet that Chelsea's going to beat Bayern Munich in the Champions League. Like I don't. It feels weird to me.
Is that
But
what you did?
what?
Is that what you did? Instead
No,
of
I'm glad I didn't do any of those things.
Yeah.
For the first two, because I'm a happily married man, and the second one because Chelsea
True.
got run out of town.
True.
But yeah, it was anyway. I could open up, I could watch my bets lose, but I couldn't bet any new money. Is what basically what happened.
Sounds like what living in Massachusetts used to be like.
Yeah.
Thank God for that. Any other big, storylines from week 2 that we want to get into besides Cowboys and Patriots both with some wins?
No, I
Nothing.
mean,
I really
jumps
was.
out.
Yeah, I was pretty I was locked in on the Cowboys, so I didn't, and the following the parlay. So the 1:00 window was completely irrelevant to me. Besides what our picks were, but I'll just jump right into it. The Cowboys game was unreal. 41 points in the fourth quarter. And Aubrey, I stand by, is the MVP of the league as of right now. He's just a game changer, and he's gonna get $100 million as a kicker. It's crazy. But yeah, the Cowboys played up to the Eagles, played down to the Giants. Russell Wilson looked like prime Seattle Russell Wilson, just chucking the ball down the field. And no Deron Bland hurt, but Trayvon Diggs is not it right now. But the
yeah, I had to start Russell Wilson for fantasy, and I was sweating it and hung 30.
Yeah, no,
he the week.
That was the right pick for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm glad he got you your points, and Cowboys still were able to sneak the win.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's all I got to say about the Cowboys is really just Brandon Aubrey shortens the field. I wrote an article about it on FanFeed today, just saying how he's just changes the math, and that anything on the just get to the star and it's going to be 3 points.
Yeah.
But that's enough kicker talk, I guess. What how about the Patriots? I didn't really watch much of it. I know it was a little uglier at the end, but got a W at least against this Miami team that's hanging with the Bills.
Yeah. Played down to the Dolphins, I guess. I don't know. Like that's always I'm pretty sure I said it on the pod. If not, it's how I've always felt. Like that away game in Miami is always a trap game. No matter how bad they are, no matter how good we are, like I never feel comfortable playing there.
It's only the 17th time the Patriots have won in Miami.
Honestly, I'm surprised it's that high.
It's like they're like 17-40 in Miami.
I still feel like I still have PTSD from that Wildcat offense game, and I forget if that happened home or away, but they waited.
I think that was there.
The 5th game of the season or some bullshit, and they were like 0-4. What they had gotten smoked every other game, and then they like broke out the Wildcat offense just to embarrass the Patriots.
Was that Cadillac Williams?
Yeah, I think so. They a bunch of like newbie college guys. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they just broke up, and then they played it the rest of the season. But they literally waited just to embarrass the Patriots, and since that, that lives rent free in my head. And it's just
was Pat White there for that? West Virginia, great Pat White. I think he was
at
Miami's quarterback.
I think so. I know he was at one point, but I feel like
they
used it. He wasn't like their main quarterback, but they used him in that.
But they used everybody. Everybody lined up as anything. I mean, it was oh my God. Yeah, I just remember like that. I felt like the Patriots just got pantsed that game, right? And they didn't know how to pull their pants back up. And the fact that Miami didn't do that to the first team they played that season, they did it to they waited for the Pats to come to town and then they did it, really, really pissed me off. And so and obviously it scarred me.
I just have the memory of that. What was it? They call it like the Miami Miracle, where like Gronk was like on the field to like be the last line of defense, and
right.
I think Kenyon Drake scored the touchdown off the laterals.
Yeah, I mean,
I
that
was
kind of bullshit happens in Miami
That's
against.
just, yeah, that happens in Miami. I think maybe they just party too much when they go down. I don't really know what that is. It's
I
like
I mean,
was
the
going
at
to
game
Vegas
always
for a
happens
game.
in like September, October, right? Like we play them first half of the season before. Think they feel like the NFL. I don't know any facts on this, but I feel like they try to get some of the divisional games going early, right? Like
yeah
get people fighting each other. Like we're watching Miami play Bills right now, but like so we're always playing them before Thanksgiving. So it's like 100 degrees down there, and it's
yeah
still 60 up here, right?
hmm
Or it's still like it's 70, let's say, right? So and they're sitting down there in the sun, they just get cooked, right?
yeah.
Game's all
I was at Dino's
game.
for the Miami Miracle, and it was jam packed, and that is the quietest I've ever seen Dino's in my entire life. Besides, the slamming of chairs and f bombs, but once that was done, it was very quiet.
Yeah. I
But
was watching this weekend's game at a bar. Um, and same thing happened after Miami returned that punt. Just the bar was just so deflated. But then to just return a kick on the
yeah,
next play, it was kind of crazy.
that is crazy. I'm curious how many times that's ever happened. I can't imagine it's been too often that you get back to back kicks like that. It's crazy. Um, but yeah, so teased it earlier, but we are going to talk about the most disgusting, just abomination in football, and that is the tush push, and it should be illegal. And I know that it probably won't. And I heard a good point on the radio that I think that they got to wait for the Eagles to lose because you can't change the rule just because they're too good at it. But if they were to lose in the playoffs, you might be able to get away with changing the rule because it's not like a spite. Like last year, it was Green Bay that was put up the protest that it should be banned, and it's like, well, you're
Mad.
just being like a sore loser. But like if they lose and they only lost by I think 4 votes. But anyways, what do you guys think of the tush push? Do you think it's good for the game, bad for the game, doesn't matter, or any thoughts on it?
I mean, I feel like it can only get that name. Would you say abomination of a play?
Yeah,
So you said, I think it only gets that title because what is second? Like, what would the next abomination play be?
yeah. I feel like there's nothing else that really like is bad. That you watch it and you're like, that shouldn't be in the game. There's nothing else that is.
Well, there
Yeah,
was
I
that.
don't know. I don't understand. I don't really get why it doesn't. I get the like cheating and false starts, like that is an issue, but you can't stop
Isn't
someone
there
moving
well,
forward.
like, isn't there some like all like the almost the entire interior line is lined up off sides because they're all
Yeah,
up over the ball?
yeah.
Like
But
there's supposed
it's
to be that
also
neutral zone. Like I'm not a big O line D line in the trenches guy, but like there's that neutral zone that is the football, and the center's the only one that's supposed to break like the back of the football. And I've looked at like these shots, aerial, and like
they're all over it.
they're all in that space. And so I feel like is that what you're referring to when you're saying abomination? That they're kind of
Well,
you're
yeah. I mean, I'm partially being dramatic because I'm a Cowboys fan and I just don't like
yeah,
the
of
Eagles.
course.
But
But like I don't think anybody I don't think so here I guess here's my kind of not particularly well thought out like if the guys are just bigger and they can push other people and you can get 3 feet, like fine. You're bigger, you're stronger, you have the advantage of knowing when the snap count's going to happen, fine. If you are lining up in an offside position and the NFL is allowing you to do that because they can't think of any reason why you shouldn't be able to do that and they're not catching it quick enough, then I have a problem.
yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Like, and I think that is the issue that is really the only leg to stand on. Like I'm sure people are going to get up in the CTE thing, like, oh, it's crunching bodies and whatever, but like watch rugby for 8 seconds and you'll see that play 1,000 times, right? Like I don't think that's really a good leg to stand on. But if they are actually in fact like if they're just doing it better than other people because they have bigger guys on the interior of their line, tough shit, right?
I
But
mean, there's no doubt that they're the best at it, and no one else is even really trying to do it. My issue, obviously, the lining up off sides is ridiculous, but My issue is the other side of the ball defending it. Like they're allowed on offense to push each other forward, but it's a penalty for a defender to push like the other lineman forward. So it's really just like two guys can trample over one guy. And, if you don't want to ban it, allow the defense to push each other forward on that play. Would be a solution that I would accept. It's just there's too many rules that benefit the offense that the defense are kind of left with, well, how am I supposed to stop this if you like allow them to do more than we're allowed to do?
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you there that the game is, ridiculously favors the offense just in general, right? Um, but like, I put this in the category of, I guess the only other thing that I can think of is kind of close to this was when I forget who did it first. It might have actually been the Patriots when they have the offensive lineman come in as an eligible receiver, and there was a little gap of time where you didn't have to like signify to the referee like now they have to do this coming in and they have to signify to the referee, and then the referee makes a goddamn announcement about it, right?
Yeah.
Like that guy's an eligible receiver. There was a gap in time where you didn't have to do that, and all of a sudden you have these like 6'8", 325 linemen go out and just catch a pass. And
Vrabel.
what the fuck? He's not supposed to be within 5 yards of the offensive, like the line of scrimmage. And it's like, oh no, he's an eligible receiver. There was that gap of time. I do feel like this window has been open for a long time, and we haven't done anything about the tush push. So it's been, I mean, has it been a full season and a half, right? Like, or 2 seasons now?
I mean, they were doing it before Saquon was there. He's just a better like athlete for it. Like part of the reason they got him is because he's Quadzilla. I mean, he just gets
I
lower
mean,
and pushes and
it really only works on the go. Like it's for 4th and 1, and it's a pretty big advantage, right? Like,
exactly, yeah.
but yeah, I think if you're doing it legally, keep doing it. But I do think that if they're lining up off sides, and that they're being able to push offensive players is a good point too. I don't but I'm not
What's
quite at
next? They're going to ban
Yeah.
60-yard field goals?
I'd never make him 4 points.
Yeah, make him work fantasy.
Yeah, he's too good at doing this. Ban it.
Well, now people are talking about making the uprights closer, narrowing the uprights because too many kickers are able to kick it from too far.
Are people talking about that?
I've heard it proposed, but
Insane.
that one, I mean, they've done it before. I think it's been a long time since they did it, but
it used to be a lot wider, that's for sure. Yeah,
yeah.
And I think they used to also not be consistent. Like they only had to be like within
different fields had.
Like I mean, a long time ago.
Like it's baseball. Yeah. I mean, Cowboys could narrow it and be fine with that. But yeah, let's wind down. Let's get towards our picks. I put out the bat signal for some picks. Only person to respond is Brian Kennedy, who's been very, very on the money lately. I don't know if he's only sharing his wins and he's just dumping a ton of money, or if he really is as hot as he's been saying. Got to get him over to DraftKings though. He's a FanDuel guy, and I just can't do it. Mike Falone, shout out Mike Falone, has come over to the DraftKings side. Newest member of the Beefy Boys on DraftKings.
Saw that group.
Yeah. So, but yeah, so Brian Kennedy sent over some picks. I don't think any of them are too, adventurous, but I figured he took the time to send them over, so I'm going to take the time to read them. He said he really likes Tampa Bay -6.5. Who I'm not sure who they're playing. But then additionally, money line Seattle over New Orleans, KC over New York. I'm assuming that's the Jets, and then Chargers over Denver. Like I said, none of them crazy adventurous, but maybe that works. Put them all together, parlay that. Tampa Bay. I mean, that is one we were right on. We were all pretty high on Tampa Bay, and they've looked good. Baker is the real deal, and I'm happy to see him doing well.
Tampa Bay is playing the Jets.
Tampa Bay is playing the Jets, so maybe the Chiefs are playing the Giants. Okay, but yeah, I mean,
speaking of the Chiefs, are the Chiefs? I mean, assuming they're going to be 1-2 after this.
I do think that the Chiefs are playing the Giants Sunday night. Looking at picks earlier, I think Malik Neighbors was playing the Chiefs, and I think it's Sunday Night Football.
Okay. I mean, I think that one
kind
will
of
be
cut out
more
there.
interesting. I think the Giants' offense looks, I think, better with Russell Wilson than expected. Um, the Chiefs are going to slow walk through the the regular season like they do and turn it on in the playoffs. So they definitely can be got, but I think KC is not going to start 0-3. So I would agree with that.
Is that a unbiased Giants offense looks really good?
No, that's fully objective. I mean Malik Neighbors is, you could argue, one of the, if he's a top 5 receiver in the league right now.
Nothing to do with the Cowboys defense.
I mean, I know what that offense can do. Yeah, maybe it's a little
Yeah.
biased. Maybe I'd like to see the Giants go.
Giants.
I want to see them go out and do it against somebody else and be like, see, they are that good.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but
that's good stuff though.
so
I would love Team Travis Kelsey to be 0-3 to start the season. I think that'd be a hell of a story for the Swifties.
well, they got a big album drop coming soon, so he's focused. October 3rd.
He's dialed in. He's dialed in.
Yeah. Yeah, he's got to be ready for the press tour for that. So his mind is elsewhere. But after October 3rd, Chiefs may go undefeated. But also, it's funny that I'm very adamant of saying that we record on Thursday nights during Thursday Night Football, and another pick I got from Ryan was James Cook first quarter touchdown, which I don't know if that happened.
He didn't. No.
Okay, so all right, maybe Brian's not as hot as I thought he was. But yeah, I continue to get picks for the Thursday night game when we're recording during the Thursday night game. So if you want to get those picks to me, get them in earlier, and I'll do a little pre-show. Maybe I'll go live and do that.
He just broke off a good run, but
I did. That's what just reminded me when I just saw that.
Yeah.
But yeah, shout out Brian. Thanks for the picks. And anybody listening, feel free to send me picks and I'll share them. But let's get to the main event. Let's get to our picks.
To the game.
No, that's all good. That's part of the fun. It's better. Like, I feel like the Amazon games are better for us because it is streaming, so it's easier to track, and like there's not as, or at least for me, it's not as much of a delay when it's a streaming service playing it versus when I'm doing Fubo and it's 45 seconds delayed.
Yeah.
But yeah, let's get into our picks. Big week for us because we don't like the Chiefs. We cannot go 0-3. Not as much at stake because, like I said, we just need a couple over the course of the season to have a successful season. But we'll get this started off with the proxy pick from Aiden. He went with who I think is one of the most underrated players in the NFL right now, who nobody's really talking about. He went with Tucker Kraft, the tight end of the Green Bay Packers. And as of right now, Tucker Kraft anytime touchdown is plus 190. So a big target of Jordan Love. And I think he's one of the better tight ends. He's emerging as one of the better tight ends in the league, very reliable. And he is plus 190. So great value on that one. You boys ready? Liam, you wanna hop in before somebody else takes a pick?
Yeah, I'll go with my pick. But yeah, no. So this week I'm gonna go with another receiver. A little trend here with me. I've picked a receiver every week, but I'm gonna go with Cortland Sutton, Denver Broncos plus 180, playing the Chargers at 4:00 Sunday. I just feel like he's gonna get in the end zone. I don't know, just one of those feelings. Divisional game. Need someone to step up. I feel like Cortland Sutton's the guy.
Yeah, I like that pick. Cortland Sutton, I know that that's not true, but it seems like he scores every week. I know that that's statistically not possible, but I feel like every time.
I assure you he doesn't. I've had him on multiple fantasy teams where he was absolutely.
He was very good last year for me, but he just couldn't crack my lineup. But it's like every time I needed him, he came through, and I do like that pick.
Weeks. He used to hang numbies in my bench.
Yeah, oh yeah, he's a good bench guy. Very good on the bench.
I feel like he had like 12 touchdowns last year. Could be he was wrong with that number, but
no, that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like he was. I feel like, and he didn't. It's not like he had a bunch of like 3 touchdown games. Like I feel like he was just scoring steadily.
Yeah. No, I'm not hating on Sutton. I'm hating on my managerial prowess as a man, as a fantasy football manager. I was never able to find the right spot for him. He never cracked the lineup, and then when he did, he would have like his 1 down week or 2 down weeks.
That a 4 o'clock game, Lee?
Yeah, 4 or 5.
4 o'clock. See, I'm excited to have. It was weird having all of our picks at 1 o'clock, and it's just like it just felt like we were running out of time the whole time. You know what I mean? Like, even though it's the same, if one of them misses in the 1 o'clock window, at 4 o'clock doesn't matter. But you still think like, oh, I only have 3 hours for this to happen.
Right. Yeah. Mine's a 1 o'clock game too.
Here's a 1 o'clock. All right, sweet. So
it's a good thing we didn't do like emergency. I mean, I guess maybe we would have done different props, but there weren't many touchdowns in that Sunday night game. Was there one? Am I misremembering that game?
I didn't even watch it. All right. B, you want to go? You want me to go? All right.
I'm going to go with what I think is my first wide receiver of the year. I kind of forget what I did last weekend, to be honest. It was so forgettable. I'm going with Puka Nacua. Yeah, no,
How'd you say his last name?
Pollard.
Nacua?
Are you sure that's right?
I'm not 100%. I don't know. If he scores a touchdown on Sunday, I'll learn how to say his name. I
don't know that you want to promise that.
Yeah, I actually think his first name I think Puka is a nickname for like his
I think his full name is a difficult one.
Yeah.
I think both Puka and Nacua are short in forms of his actual name.
Yeah, because I think he's of Islander, like Samoan and Hawaiian descent. So
yeah.
I'll go on record. If he scores a touchdown, I'll learn how to say and spell his whole.
We'll have a spelling bee next week.
Yeah, bet. Let's do it. So he's in. I think he was like plus 125 or something. So not too far.
Plus 145 is what I had it written down at.
145. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to move. I was shocked to see that. I thought there was good value there.
It's another look. They're playing the Eagles. I don't think that's going to be a low scoring game. I think they're going to I like the Rams in that game. I'm not sure they'll pull it out. I think the Eagles are a better team, but I do think they'll have to throw the ball a lot. They're good, and Puka's been hot, which means he's going to go ice cold on Sunday. But no, I'm just kidding. It's another pick where I've got him on my fantasy team, so I'm kind of trying to do a little double dip here. But both my fantasy teams are kind of playing well this year, so I just got to start picking the right guys. So Puka.
Love it. Puka Nacua on the board. I have it plus 145 right now. I don't know what you said, Lee. Is that what you had?
Same.
All right. So this is the point of the show where Ross spits out his coffee and calls me a bitch because I'm going negative money on my pick. Need to get on the board. And I will tell you, I made the pick before I looked at the odds. So I was, regardless what it was, this was what I was going with. And that's because there's no way he goes 3 weeks into the season without a touchdown. And that is number 88 for the Dallas Cowboys, CeeDee Lamb. He is just eating targets. They're throwing him the ball. George Pickens being on the team is helping him get even more open than he already does. And it's just a matter of time before he gets in the end zone. I do feel good that the other 3 picks on the parlay are plus money, so a negative number is not going to hurt us too bad. And actually looking at the total, it's not hurting us at all. So I think, having, one that is negative, like I said, is not going to hurt us. So yeah, I'm going number 88, CeeDee Lamb, getting into the end zone for the first time this season. If they could stop giving the ball to Javonte Williams, maybe they could.
I think Dak has Javonte Williams on his fantasy team. He's just trying to
leading the league in touchdown and rushing touchdowns, which is crazy. Wasn't even sure he'd be RB1, and he looks unreal. He's running hard, and it'll be great to see, when they get the rookies back too, to spell even, Miles Sanders, who I'm not a huge believer in. Oh, we got a missed field goal.
Missed field goal. I think they tipped it.
Yeah, it looked like they tipped it.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. So to sum up, we have Tucker Kraft plus 190, Aiden's pick. CeeDee Lamb minus 115, my pick. We have Liam picking Cortland Sutton plus 180, and Barrett's pick Puka Nakua plus 145, which adds up to plus 36.19 as of 9:15 on Thursday night. So yeah, lock that in as soon as you can when you listen to this on your drive to work tomorrow or today on Friday. Still getting used to that. The math on when this is dropping, because I'm not going to stay up all night and release it at midnight. This will be out in the morning. So yeah, enjoy this on your ride to work. Lock these in. But yeah, what do you guys think of the card?
I like it. I want to throw out my honorable mentions here.
Yeah.
I similar to CD, I didn't want to make this pick because I picked him week 1, but I think Mike Evans not having a touchdown through 2 weeks. I know Ibuka's been going off, but I feel like Mike Evans got to get in the end zone.
As a machine in the red zone, I don't understand. I put him in the same category as CD. Like, how does he not have a touchdowns already?
Yeah, it just felt right, but also I feel like how do you not go Ibuka? He's played in 2 NFL games. He has 3 touchdowns. They just throw the ball to him. So I don't know. That's another reason why I didn't go Mike Evans, but I just feel like I'm gonna have Mike Evans in a single bet to score a touchdown this week. Just feels like he's getting in.
No, I like that. And yeah, definitely. I don't know, Barrett, I think you had a couple too. I was locked in on CD. I didn't even look at anything else. But yeah, if you have some other ones to throw out as, individuals or anything like that, what else did you have?
The only other one I had that I like and would want to say would be Brees Hall. He's I don't he's definitely had a touchdown or two so far, and the Jets are garbage, but I just feel like he's at some point he'll have to do it in the first half because I don't think that game's going to be close in the second. But I can
No Justin Fields.
Yeah, but I think that they'll probably feed the ball to him as a result of that, right? And I think he could break one. I know Tampa Bay's good. I don't think their defense is full of studs, so I think it could be a high scoring game. So he was on my radar as one as well. Maybe I'll parlay that with Mike Evans.
Yeah, same game parlay.
Yeah, the brothers bench parlay.
Yeah,
the ones that
once they're throwing
cut.
more out there, so you miss a pick, it's well, no, I added those too.
I'm just gonna read the website. Be like, AJ Brown.
I mean, the other one I had was Barkley. I feel like he's probably good for
Let's just
Barkley Henry.
We'll spam the pod with all the other names, and I'll just edit them together and be like, well, this is what we had. I don't know what you guys.
I don't know what you guys heard. Yeah.
Just post that on Sunday night. Be like, we hit. Look.
Yeah. It was Chase Brown with Saquon Barkley. Yeah. All right.
All right. Well, this was. Yeah.
How are we looking on the Ribery parlay?
I haven't been following it.
I know that Coleman hasn't.
Coleman doesn't have a touchdown. I think Achan was looking good. He had a pretty big catch in the first drive.
He's already at. Oh, I've got a rushing and receiving yards parlay too. Let me go down further down here. Coleman.
He has 18 receiving yards.
I think he just got a reception for a loss right there.
Well, that should.
But yeah,
so it's very much alive.
Oh, for sure. I mean, it's
There's
breaking one.
Points coming in this game.
Yes.
I mean, I think that the line was 48 or something.
Yeah, what's the live over? I need something to ride tonight. A 48.5 hasn't really changed.
48.5, yeah. I'll take the alt over at 54. I think this game's gonna go blown open in the third quarter. As long as Tua doesn't.
Oh, there we go. Tyreek Hill's looked good tonight. He's got a couple catches.
Do you think if the Chiefs go 0-3, he bounces?
Kelsey?
No. Tyreek Hill. You think he gets traded?
Tyreek Hill. Oh yeah, we talked about that.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
But at the time, the Chiefs were only 0-1. They weren't 0-2 yet.
Yeah.
When did they panic?
Yeah.
What about? So go ahead. You ask the question.
I was gonna say, is that their only? Is that the only hot take pick out there? Are they shopping anything else, or is that just a rumor that's just it seems like it would fit?
What about their coach?
Ooh, get rid of him? Are you saying, or?
Oh.
Ooh. Heard it here first. Andy Reid hot seat.
Wait, aren't we talking about Tyreek Hill?
Yeah.
Tyreek Hill going to the Chiefs if they start 0-3.
Yeah. If the Chiefs
I thought
McDaniel-
you were talking about the Dolphins. If the
Oh, yeah.
Dolphins go 0-3, is Tyreek Hill gone?
Yeah.
Isn't that what you asked?
I guess both. Yeah.
They both go 0-3. I was talking about the Chiefs going 0-3
And trading for Hill.
Do the Chiefs come knock? Because Hill, I think, has made it pretty apparent he wants out of Miami. Right?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I guess I interpreted
I
the question
think it
the
was
other
kind
way.
of confusing. I think I knew just from our previous conversation, but yeah, Mike McDaniel definitely hot seat. I mean, they got a weird thing going there. They got, giving the offensive guys days off and making the defense still go to work is just insane.
Oh, I hadn't heard that. That's
yeah. I think it's Tuesdays. They call it Family Day, and the offense just doesn't have to go.
What day is that for the defense?
They don't have it. It's just the defense works.
Oh,
yeah.
don't
So-
like that.
You think the Chiefs call Amari Cooper?
Why not?
He retired, right? He hung him up.
He'd come. I think
Tires.
he'd go to the Chiefs though. Why not? I'm sure he's still. If Colin Kaepernick is still trying to get back into the NFL, I think Amari Cooper would.
Yeah. Who makes it back first?
Yeah.
I need you guys to know one of my group chats here just brought up that Wildcat game in 2008.
That's wild.
Yeah. Because there's a random Miami Dolphins fan in our crew. This one of my buddies said in that chat, he was like, I think that Dolphins players are faking injuries just so they don't have to play anymore. And the Dolphins fan was like, yeah, we had a nice run for a few games in 2003.
I'll clip that part so you can send it to him.
Yeah, it's Buff and Mac over here, and obviously, so this kid who brought up the Wildcat game is a Giants fan, so he's constantly. I'll put him in the category of you, Seamus, of like you love talking about times when the Pats sucked, and even though they were good for like the other 98%, but Buff loves bringing up the times when the Pats got pantsed, and so that's why I'm pretty sure that's why I brought it up. But it's just funny you're just talking about that. So.
Well, any other thoughts leading into the weekend?
Not for me. Got another full weekend of soccer.
Love it.
Yeah.
West Virginia
Awesome.
plays Kansas. Got a wedding I'm going to, but I feel like to take West Virginia with the points.
I like it.
I'll have to look up the over/under on the Warriors U11 game on Saturday. Let's see.
15.
Monanen anytime goal scorer.
They're off to a hot start. They buried our rival 8-0. They mercy ruled them. They had to stop scoring last weekend. Well, we'll see. I think I'm feeling a finals run.
We'll be expecting an update next week on that. We'll be following up.
I will. Club team's not doing so well, but the travel teams.
Can't win them all.
That's all right.
Can't win them all. All right,
Yeah.
boys. This was.
I can give you an update on the U11.
I look forward to it. All right. Well, that is the Brothers Parlay. One last time, we got Tucker Kraft, CeeDee Lamb, Cortland Sutton, Puka Nacua. The boys are going to try and get off the schneid and go 1-2, get to 1-2 on the year. Barrett and myself trying to get in the win column, but we will
1-2 as well.
Trying to get to 1-2. So thank you for listening. Thank you for following. Please like, subscribe, comment, give me 5 stars. We're getting some traction. We're getting there. We're getting the impressions. We just, we just need that female audience. We need to, fellas, share it with the ladies and have them call in and tell us what we should talk about. Cause we could talk about girl stuff too. We'll do that. If it gets us off.
TikTok?
Yeah. You know what I mean? We talk nails. We could talk it all. So yeah, please, if you don't already follow the pod on any of the platforms, please do. And if you follow it on one, follow them on the others. We are available on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and I am working on YouTube as well. So keep an eye out for the Winded Pod on YouTube. We're going to start getting those on there too. All right, boys. Thank you so much and have a good week. We will see you next week.